Now we get to figure out exactly who this is. One second. There we go. Oh, Lord. Hey, Mama. Danger buttons.
I have watched your journey, Walker in the Weirdness. I saw how you helped the lost Thoid children face their burdens. The weight that kept them from entering this chamber. For that, you have my gratitude. But I know you have your own purpose. Now tell me what it is.
First, I have questions of my own.
I welcomed you as my guest, so I will grant you this privilege. Ask then, Walker in the Weirdness.
Who are you exactly?
In your tongue, you might call me Moonrose. I was known as the Giant of Bloom and Ash. I stood beside my brothers and sisters as they entered this world. And I stood beside them when they faded into eternity, guiding them on their final journey.
Thoy told me my arrival ended the vigil and began the dreaming. What does that mean?
You humans cling so desperately to the waking world. Your dreams are fleeting. You dream, then wake. And in doing so, you destroy what you have dreamt. The Thoid follow a path to end that destruction. To stop waking. The vigil was the first step. Those brief visits prepared them for a reality beyond the waking world.
Why were the Thoid waiting for me?
Because I dreamt of our meeting, Walker in the Weirdness. I could not wait. You bring change. And in the waking world, change is the greatest force of all. The human child, Senya, the keeper of my dreams, delivered the message to the Thoid. With your arrival, the dreaming would begin, and their final burdens would be cast away.
So this is seemingly legit. The burdens, why'd the Thoid need to shed them before entering this chamber?
Nobody should fall asleep, weighed down by earthly concerns. They only bring fear and nightmares. And there are enough of those in the waking world. They have no place in the dreaming.
Why have you been waiting for them to join you?
Don't you already know the answer, Walker in the Weirdness? You see the world beyond my dreaming. It is a layer of reality steeped in suffering. A place where all that lives is doomed to perish. No civilization will endure. It happened to the Foredwellers. It happened to us, the Giants. And now, your own end draws near. Avalon is no longer a place that favors you.
What do you mean by that?
The Avalon you know is falling apart. Its collapse began the moment you humans set foot on this island. Your presence brought conflict. And that conflict has irreparably weakened the very foundations of this land's reality. For a short while, you delayed the inevitable. You found ways to buy yourselves more time. Even those are failing now.
I still don't understand why you allowed the Thoid Dao Riata to escape.
Because we share a unique, carefully cultivated bond. Long ago, the Thoid turned to me, for they saw me as a mother. They sought my guidance, and for generations, devoted themselves to drawing even closer to me. Until at last, Senya appeared. offering herself completely so that the path to Sonder might open for humanity's children. Elder Yngvi, in turn, took upon herself the burden of ensuring Sonder for all her kin. This is the nature of our bond. Both the Thoid and I have given much of ourselves, despite the weight of the burdens placed upon us.
What is Sonder truly?
If you have asked the Thoid, then you have already heard the truth. I have not deceived them, nor have they deceived you. Sonder is both a place and a state of being. It is the deepest layer of my dreaming. When the Thoid sink deeply enough into my dream, and linger long enough to reach Sonder, they cross a point of no return. They remain there forever. Finally safe, cut off from a world that races toward its own demise.
Damn. I loved your YouTube videos on Satisfactory. I came here to say thanks, Cohh. Really enjoyed the content. Much love from Sweden. Thank you, cats. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Glad you're liking Satisfactory. That game is so good. So good. Tell me about the Giants. Why do you remain asleep?
We swore fealty to the human king. Arthur spoke in our language, and his words were resonant.
Good
Full of
show.
wisdom. He promised us an Avalon free of those who could shape reality through the weirdness, twisting it to serve their own whims. We helped him drive the Foredwellers back to Tuathan.
Wow.
We helped him because he showed us a vision of the world where all were equal.
What happened next?
From the moment we bowed our heads, he ruled over us. After the terrible war, Arthur gave us an order to sleep. And so the dreaming came to be.
Did Arthur do this?
Then let me ask you one.
Huh.
What brought you before the dreamer?
I'd like to join the Thoid tribe in Sonder. I need to retrieve King Arthur's crown.
You seek the legacy of the one who brought so much suffering. I do not know if you come to me searching for pain, truth, or hope. But now I understand. You need the support of the tribes to face what slumbers beneath the earth. Tell me, human child, why? Why should I stop waiting for Yngvi and release her from her journey towards Sonder? Her burden is lifted. She has no reason to remain in a world crumbling into ruin. All for the ambitions of one old man.
Oh man. So we can try to convince her that the Thoid should come with us? I don't really want to take that from them. I need Arthur's helmet to prevent the Fall of Avalon.
Rebuilding old myths will not undo the inevitable. The past is a graveyard, Walker. If you keep chasing it, if you keep digging up what was buried long ago, you will find yourself in a grave before long.
Enough. There is no reasoning with the giant's stubborn nature.
Bro.
No matter what you say, she'll keep dragging you deeper into the labyrinth of her mind. That is why I ordered the giants to sleep. Their nature was unpredictable. They reveled in strange manipulations, willing to wager their own lives in primitive bets and frivolous games. And so, I speak. Whatever this one demands, grant it. That is the order of the king to whom you swore fealty.
I was wondering how long you would stay silent. letting the human whose body you stole speak for you. You have lasted surprisingly long. I suppose emptiness and oblivion have taught you some humility. Nevertheless, greetings, Arthur. I am glad I have finally dreamt of this moment. The moment I can tell you, face to face, that everything is your fault. Avalon is falling because you existed. Because you continue to exist. This is also the moment I accuse you of murdering my children. And the children of the other giants.
What's going on here?
Your human king got to know us well. When he ordered the giants to sleep, he knew that our children could not dream. Dreaming is something giants grow into with age. Having no choice but to obey, we left our children behind in the waking world.
Oh.
Alone, defenseless, condemned to the coldness of death. Quiestra, the child I once held in my arms, never dreamed with me. While I built layer upon layer of my dreaming, she was dying. But I had time. Enough time to dream of Sonder. A place and a state where death holds no power. There, I will dream, Quiestra. I will give shelter to the entire Thoid tribe, including Yngvi. I will not abandon any more children to the waking world.
Is this true?
I have made many terrible mistakes during my reign. But I always considered what was best for my people. At least, that was my intention. I wanted to make Avalon our home, free from the plague, free from forces that would seek to oppose us.
Damn, dude.
I thought that my return would restore balance, that I could prevent Avalon's fall.
Your idea of what is good is twisted, human king. As for you, mortal, yes, you need the blessing of the tribes to claim the crown. Those were the terms of the sacred pact, but you will have to manage without the Thoid. They will all come with me into Sonder. I will care for them as if they were my own children. And I will save them from this world's corruption.
We got options. We got options. I feel like we should probably do the third. Kind of curious. I'm gonna do the third. Yngvi's fulfilled her duty to the tribe. Now she must fulfill her duty to the Dao Riata.
Indeed. You have the right to make such a demand.
Yeah.
The role you played in the fate of the Thoid grants you that authority. And Yngvi, she will accept the path laid before her without protest. Perhaps it is only fair that the last of her people remains awake. That some trace of the beautiful children of Thoid may endure until the end of time. Very well. So be it. The way to Sonder is closed to Elder Yngvi. Her duty now is to carry the legacy, tribe. Walker, although you carry fragments of the king's soul within you, the choices are yours to make. I entrust you with the blessing of my rune, hoping you will choose wisely. And you, Arthur, do not think you still command everything. You are a prisoner of your own legacy. It is done. Our long dreamt of meeting has come to an end.
You're parched.
And I am
Time for a
pleased with
drink.
the outcome. Leave now and let us dream.
Damn. Okay. Whew. That's wild. Oh, we got some whispers. Yeah, I bet we do. I bet we do. Oh my god. What is this? Oh. I need a rose?
Walker in the weirdness. What draws you to this place where stone and life entwine? Speak, and let the truth in your heart fill the silence.
Oh yeah, this is different. You're the giant of Bloom and Ash, aren't you? I was told you could guide me.
Guide you? No, child.
We're just gonna
I do
float on
not
up. Yeah, you
guide.
know how it is.
I nurture. I protect what is precious, what endures even in the face of ruin. If you wish my blessing, prove you understand the value of what grows, what blooms, even amidst the ash.
What does a giant like you care about the fate of mortals?
Mortals are fleeting, but they are also the caretakers of the world I love. Each life is a spark, each bloom a promise. The fate of mortals shapes the fate of all things, child. That is why I care.
I seek your blessing to defeat...
Thrigva.
Yes,
His
what I
corruption
said.
spreads like a poison,
Said that.
choking the life from all it touches. If you wish to stand against him, you must show me that you honor life, even as you prepare to battle death. Bring me the fragile flowers, the symbol of life's beauty and brevity. Prove that you understand what you fight to protect, and I will grant you the strength you seek.
Oh, a little baby giant in her arms. Rude. Oh, God. Whoa! Oh, dude, I'm toast. Maybe not.
You have shown me your heart, mortal, and it is steady and true. Take this blessing, forged in both bloom and ash, a fragment of what was and what will endure. May it shield you in your
I
darkest
thought I was bringing her
moments
flowers.
and remind you of what
was a
you
bit-
fight to protect.
Yeah, sorry. That was a
Go
little weird.
with my blessing, child, and let life flourish.
Why is
where
combat
you
so easy?
walk.
Because I'm a golden god in this game? Big old smashy golden god. Yep. Great. Good game. All right, got the other blessing there. Perfect. Let's see what Arthur has to say about this. Yada yada, I did it because I had to. Yada yada for the people. Why couldn't the giants live alongside the Dauriata? Why did they have to sleep?
And what do you think would have become of Avalon if the warlike
Getting
Dalrita,
sick, yo-ish,
already
Arthur.
revering the giants as they are now, had the chance to worship them as living, active beings? The giants were too powerful to remain among us, especially on lands gifted to the tribes of the Dalrita. There were those among us who demanded their complete destruction. That I would not allow. It was already punishment enough that they enslaved their own children and used them as a bargaining tool. I do not blame the Theod mother for her anger. She has every right to it.
Wait, what was that last part? Is it true what she said about the children of the giants that you enslaved them?
At the time, I saw no other way. We had no way to control the giants, and we couldn't allow them to form an alliance with the Four-Dwellers. So we resorted to deception. The giants are cunning creatures. Had we not gained the upper hand, they would have turned on us at the first opportunity. I am not proud of it. But war follows its own cruel laws.
Orkane says, I don't know if you've talked about it before, if you even can, but I'm wondering how you contacted Doug about being in your game. Was it through CDPR or your own contacts? Oh, all the big name VAs in Emberville right now, I contacted directly. Yeah. I mean, there's generally what happens is we make the contact, we see if there's interest, we schedule a meeting, and then if the interest is there at the meeting, then at that point we immediately talk to their management. Yeah, because at that point, like we're entering a business contract, so all that has to be done. So yeah, but the first reach outs I generally do myself, because I'm not going to waste someone's time if they're not interested. Yeah. That argument is growing a little tiresome.
It is. And you should stop asking questions when you already know the answer.
Damn.
That way, you won't be so easily bored.
Damn. Whoops. Got a little reel there, Arthur. Max out that tree. Love to see it. Okay. The sleep that never comes. We need to go bring her the news. By the way, I made it so you can never get to your own version of Nirvana. And instead, you have to live in this world that we've all deemed to be a wreck until the end of time. Cool.
Walker in the weirdness. You return. Welcome.
Oh, Exiled. Thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it.
Cohh, I have been gone for a bit starting a new job.
Congrats on that.
This Emberville trailer? Oh, the hype. It looks absolutely stunning. Can't imagine how excited you and the team are. Also,
Dude,
#modlove.
The team did such a good job, and everyone is thrilled. It's going great. So, yeah, man, it's been awesome. Thank you for tipping the mod team, bud. Appreciate that. Mother releases you from the obligation to enter Sonder. You may join it, but you do not have to.
I don't know what to say. Has Mother sensed my doubts? My true burden? Deep down, I've always felt that Sonder was not my destiny. I envied Therov for joining One-Eye's rebellion and getting to see the world. I envied Taranis for his work with the Alchemists Guild. Now I will have the chance to know real life. But I cannot be the elder of a tribe with no tribe. Perhaps I will join those who refused Mother's call. For the first time in my life, I feel free.
Okay, that's great, but I need you to come to this meeting. What will happen to the Thoid tribe now? I mean, they're gone, right?
The Thoid. We have long been divided between those who follow Mother and those who were deaf to her call. Or at least, that's what we believed. That they were cowards, unfaithful, ungrateful wretches. But I was never convinced by those words. To me, they were simply brothers who dared to walk their own path, even at the cost of eternity. Deep down, I admired them. I am still Thoid, and I am young. When I come of age, I can bring more Thoid into this world. Perhaps even with the help of those who return home one day.
Well, there you go. Are you not afraid they'll be different from the Thoid you know?
I am certain they will be. They will believe what they choose to believe.
Hey, Praxis.
It will be a new beginning. My role as elder was to guide the Thoid of old to the dreaming. But those who come after them will live in the waking world, and I will guide them too. At last, I will be allowed to grow up. And I'll admit, I cannot wait.
Oh man, we got a good ending for her. I like that. Extremity says, you're looking forward to Marathon? I'm looking forward to trying it, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how it does and everything. Marathon, unfortunately, is not really a game for me. I kind of feel like Marathon is taking an IP I loved from my childhood and then splicing it together with the DNA of Watch Dogs 2 and a PvPvE shooter. And I like the two things on the outside of that sandwich, but I really don't like the inside. So I don't think Marathon will grab me. I'm not a fan of the art style. I'm not a fan of the sound design. I'm not a fan of the like kind of weird cyber clown looks they got going on for the runners and stuff. Like it's really try hard, and it's not for me. It's not for me. But Bungie does make fun games, and it is based on an IP I love from my childhood. So I'm gonna try it and see if it grabs me. But I will be surprised if it does. Yeah. And I do want to kind of stress, the reason I don't think it's going to grab me is totally subjective. It's just I'm not a fan of the big bright colors. I'm not a fan of like the incredibly unimmersive character design. Like I like living in the worlds, and the world of Marathon would never actually exist in any world I could be immersed in. So like for instance, Marathon is a take on Cyberpunk, and Cyberpunk 2077 is a take on Cyberpunk. And I strongly prefer the CD Projekt Red take. That kind of realistic, gritty, everything's kind of a veneer. But in Marathon, it's not a veneer, it's the world. Like the places the scientist works at were giant pink, neon green and orange color matte colors. Like it's a very different flavor in Marathon, and it's just not one that I really like. Yeah. But for the record, it's apparently many people's flavors, because lots of people love it, and if you do like that kind of thing, the gameplay may carry it. So we'll see. That's kind of how I feel about Marathon right now. How do you think the rest of the Dalriada will react? And I do plan on trying it. Maybe the gameplay is good enough, man. But yeah, we'll see.
It's hard to say.
I'm gonna give Bungie a chance to
really
win me over. We'll see.
They will either accept us, or they won't. But who knows? Perhaps this time we will grow closer to them. I've always thought they envied our direct connection to Mother. With Mother gone, perhaps we will finally build a true rapport.
Can we count on your presence at the moot?
I don't know how Gerfan will react to an elder without a tribe. But, well, he summoned me, so I will come. There is a reason why the Thoid made me their elder. My power, despised by the other Dalriada, is truly unrivaled. And on the battlefield, a skilled Thoid is worth 10 Volker warriors steeped in Mather's fury.
Do you regret not entering Sonder?
I know I will always wonder what Sonder would have been like. And I know my heart will grieve for my kin. But something tells me this path is not closed to me forever. If there truly is a place we go after death, perhaps it is Sonder. That would also align with Runa's claim that Sonder is a trap, and that, in truth, everyone dies before entering Sonder. Maybe he was right. If so, then when I die, my soul will awaken in Sonder. I will see my tribe again.
I don't think I don't think she said that's how it works.
I will meet Mother. That is what I have decided to believe.
Good for you.
See you at the moot, Walker in the Weirdness.
I hope
Thank you
you're
for
right.
everything you've done for us.
Somebody said I would consider Cyberpunk 2077 Cyberpunk Noir. I wouldn't. Noir is a very specific word that means a specific kind of genre. There are noir elements in Cyberpunk 2077, but I would not say it is Cyberpunk Noir. If I would say Cyberpunk 2077 is a good example of a realistic, immersive cyberpunk implementation. It takes into account all members of society, from the biggest to the lowest. It factors in exactly like what the economy would look like, what the corporations would look like, what the vehicles would look like, how the tech level would vary between like the plebeian and the. So it's. Oh, I misread the chatter. Oh, but yeah. So it's the kind of thing where, yeah, I just find it far more immersive. And then somebody said Marathon is like Cyberpunk plus Fortnite. I wouldn't say it's like Cyberpunk. Marathon is like Cyberpunk plus Watch Dogs 2. It's that kind of like zoomer, bright colors. You know, I'm going to pull out my device and it's going to make a funny emoji at me before I go into the menu. You know, my player is going to have, you know, little pointed hairs and funky makeup and be wearing super stylish clothes that says like, you know, bitch on it. You know, like it's more like commercial cyberpunk. I don't find it realistic at all. Marathon is the kind of cyberpunk that I feel that Cyberpunk 2077 kind of pokes fun at via its own satire. So Marathon is kind of the joke of Cyberpunk 2077's cyberpunk aesthetic. It's like what the world would want to be if everyone was just that fake facade of cyberpunk in 2077. That's what Marathon is. Yeah. So it's weird how that works. The more I think about it, like there's some interesting connections between that. Yeah. Remind me of the original Marathon style. The original Marathon style. Now, keep in mind the original Marathons are way old, so you know the style is old school graphics. But the original Marathon style was very gritty, very like a spaceship kind of realistic. It took place on spaceships that looked kind of like spaceships. They certainly didn't have the kind of weird mobile gaming neon aesthetic that Marathon has. None of that was present in the original Marathons. It was more like classic sci-fi. Utilitarian is a good way to say it. Extra Sharp just did. That's a good way to say it. Kind of utilitarian. Kind of Starship Troopery. A little bit. There are these guys called Bobs that were hilarious. They will always hold us. Bobs will always hold a special place in my heart. Born on boards. They're everywhere. Loved that stuff, man. It was fantastic. What is our biggest health pot right now? Probably. We could use those. We're gonna be drinking those. We're gonna be chugging those things. All right, let's go up this way. ADHD Autobot, thank you so much for that 5 bomb earlier, dude. Thank you. Just Deli says mobile game. Geez, Cohh doesn't really like what Marathon's going for. No, well, okay. The reason I call Marathon mobile gaming is it's literally following mobile game aesthetic stuff, like super bright colors, you know, lots of flashy graphics. It's the same premise. It's the same kind of thing. Like it's, you know, everywhere you look at Marathon, it's just weird, bleepy, squelchy electronic sounds and bright colors, and you know, it's very mobile game. Yeah. When you watch, like some of the Marathon clips I've looked at could have been on a pachinko machine. Like from all the bleeps, bloops, squelches, bright colors whipping around, like, yeah.
So tell me, what's happening in the wider world?
Nothing. Not a damn thing. Yep. Are we in here? Or are we up there? I think we're up there. Yeah, let's go. Oh, what kind of game was Old School Marathon? First-person shooter. It was a straight-up FPS, but it was done in the format of kind of like an adventure game. So, yeah, it was Marathon and then Marathon 2 Durandal were kind of like, and then it got Marathon Infinity got wild. I need to replay those games just to get the story down. The story of those games was crazy, but they had like full narratives and stuff, which is really cool. One of the first games to really do that back in the day.
Trust.
It was great. The original Marathons are really cool.